Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl video, where this time we're going to be playing King Kogla. Now, for those of you who saw the video from last week, I mentioned that I didn't want to make a deck around Kogla for the first video, because he, quite frankly, is difficult to build around and very limiting in being a monocolored deck. And that's not particularly changed much, although yeah, I gave it a shot anyway, basically, because I'm not much of a quitter. I essentially looked at my options that I had for it and put together what I think is the best you can really do. Well, I say best. There's probably better ways you can do it still, but essentially I gave it a shot for making it work, and it's not a good deck. I'm going to be honest. I'm not expecting any real results out of it. I won't be surprised if I get 3 losses with this deck in the slightest. But because essentially the thing that you need for Kogla to build it around, if we read it, so it's a 6 mana, 7/6, with whenever it enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Whenever it attacks, destroy an artifact or enchantment defending player controls, and 1 green, return target human you control to its owner's hand. It gains indestructible until the end of turn. So, obviously it's not got trample, so the big body is very easily chumped by small creatures, but being able to destroy artifacts and enchantments whenever it attacks, rather than having to connect, does make it pretty good for getting rid of that things, although not gods per se. In fact, that could be a good argument for the Shadow Spear going in, and that actually is, you know what, I can't believe I missed that, so yeah, let's add Shadow Spear. I'm guessing because it's an artifact it didn't show up when I was doing most of my initial things, but yeah, so Shadow Spear is definitely going in, and now I have the joy of figuring out what I take out. I think Lovestruck Beast. And that's mainly because Lovestruck Beast, the only 1/1s in here are Edgewall Innkeeper and Pelt Collector. Pelt Collector expecting to grow, so it's not going to be able to keep itself there. And Edgewall Innkeeper, which once again is likely to get hit. But it was good interaction, but yeah. Anyways, now that Shadow Spear is in there, which is a decent enough inclusion that I almost completely forgot about. Let me go over what exactly I'm doing here, because if we look at our options for humans, and I apologise here because all of the non-human matters cards also come up, but we have a relatively small number of them, because yeah, in a single colour, white probably has the most humans, and whilst humans are fairly distributed across all colours, none of them are particularly amazing. The strongest human cards, honestly, are probably Titan Champion and Titan Champion and maybe Destiny Spinner as an option. But the issue with that is you have to build around enchantments, and when I put the deck together, there weren't many enchantments in the grand scheme of things. There's 6 of them, which isn't quite enough for me to think it's worth putting in for 3 mana. So it ended up being a bit of a mishmash deck, because we had, Lovestruck Beast made a human before I cut it just now. But, Flaxen Intruder, and yeah, I think the other ones ended up getting cut, like Karen Brig Carver. But, and Curious Pear still in there, which creates food. So, because of the fact that we return things to hand with Kogla, it does let us use the adventure side again, which was the logic with it, is, you know, if I can get them down, I can then return them to give this indestructible and then use their effects again, as well as drawing more cards with Edgewall Innkeeper. So, that seemed pretty decent. And then that also led to food being created with Curious Pear and and given that we have the rank with Gilded Goose, it's like, you know what, we'll stick a little bit of food synergy in there as well, because this deck's already bad enough. So we're now just having a sort of mishmash adventure food deck combo thing with some good green cards because we're playing green. I think it was mainly to get Feasting Troll King to work as well, since that can be another good finisher. And, well, these have quite a heavy devotion to green, so we'll throw in our devotion matters cards with Renata, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, there we go, there's Nylia. So, yeah, it's a hodgepodge of green stuff with a decent number of humans in that care about our big things. Some things to give trample, because Hornblash Mentor is actually one human that was worth putting in, because that bounces, it gets more trample counters. The trample counter works really well with Kogla, so there's definitely options there. But yeah, Kogla definitely feels like a card that's legendary for the flavour of being King Kong, but isn't exactly the best for Brawl. That being said, it might be better in, well, it will be better in Commander because you've got a larger card pool, but yeah, there might be an interesting way to build around that in Commander. But we don't have Commander on Arena, so we have to play with what we've got. And what we've got is not very much, but we're going to see how this does anyway. So without further ado, let's get into some games. Alright, and we're starting off with Kiora, which is probably a better option. Well, it gives access to blue. I have to say a better option for mono green, but okay, so we've got 2 humans in our opening hand and a big finisher. That gives us, yeah, that gives us the mana for that with 1 more land, so I think that's a keeper. Oh, they got their partner. So on the plus side, not likely going to see anything on these first 2 turns. That is going to draw them so many cards, though, when it does eventually hit. Now, I don't expect them to drop Kiora straight away. Yeah, that's more like it. That gives them more ramp, that gives them bigger things. We'll attack with Sir Farron anyway, because they're not going to block. And Cetesian Petitioner gains us some life, gives us something to buff with Sir Farron. But of course I am expecting them to play out something here. I mean, this is only 1 turn's worth of ramp, so it's not the most impressive thing. It means that turn 5 I get out Kogla, which does then at least get to fight their Gaia Engineer. And then they've got 3 mana, so they can play Kiora, but Kiora will only get 1 trigger with the current board state. Yeah, that's a better option, I guess. Oh yeah, they also get access to things like Agent of Treachery. And they can ramp into stuff and just steal all of my things. And then that can bounce Agent of... If they got an Agent of Treachery, I am so screwed. It's not even funny how screwed I'll be. Okay, I won't be completely screwed. If they do it prematurely, I mean, I don't think they do it now. There's nothing really worth stealing. Unless they have some way of flickering it constantly, like if they have Nissa. Not Nissa, sorry, Thassa. But they could You know, that. Wow, that's not a good idea. Oh, they can untap it to make more mana. So they now get 6 mana off of. So yeah, it makes sense.
But my friend's kind of a big deal.
But it's add 2 mana. They add 2 mana of any one color as opposed to an additional mana. So they actually only get 4 mana. So they miscounted.
One drop ripples and grows.
Still gives them something to draw a card with Kiora. Still, well, I say it puts an end to my attack. Spells, so yeah, I can kill that with Kogla. Although that does put a dampener on this. So, do I kill Gaia Engineer? They've got so much ramp as it is. I think it's better to kill Caliph.
Leave my squids alone.
Yeah, draw a bunch of cards. Fully restock their hand, ready to ramp again.
Nature flows with vigor.
That fully grown is very nice. Okay, so if I drop this, I can fight Karuga. 3/3. Trample counter. So that's okay. They'll be able to replay Kiora, so there's no point. So attack face. Destroy one of these. Alright. That's not very reassuring. Honestly, I kill the Gaia Sage to reduce their ramp. Escapes with +1/+1 counter on it, so that's just something that they can have to constantly keep bringing things back. That's scary. It's really, really scary. I would love one additional land now. Okay. No blocks. Aggressive Mammoth gives everything trample. That's not exactly what I need. So if I drop Sir Farron, full control for this. Okay. I lose the Thorn Mammoth here, but it gets a lot of damage through. In fact, I might have just missed lethal by not swinging with the Petitioner. Oh no, they've got Karuga. I missed that. That's fine, I can replay Kogla and fight. Oh yeah, Kogla didn't technically die, so... Come on, one land for Enray's Forerunners would be perfect. So I think Enray's Forerunners is lethal. I mean, if they attack with the Beanstalk Giant... I don't think they should attack with the Beanstalk Giant, I think it's too risky. But then they block two of them. Some's going to get trampled through. That can't block anything. Hey! We won a game! That's more than I was expecting from this. Oh, game 2. Is that Nathroi, I think? Yeah, Nathroi, Apex of Death. Well, there's a Giant Opportunity. There's a Beanstalk Giant. I think that's keepable. I've not got many early plays. What do you do? Oh, it's the one that returns things from the graveyard. Okay. Honestly, I think when I made this deck, I overestimated the food aspect a little bit. And really probably should have considered some other options. That'll make do. That's not good. Hey, Feasting Troll King. That creates the food I need to use the Giant Opportunity. Don't have haste though now. I'm used. Every time I've played this guy, it was in a Grem Gully deck which had Rhythm of the Wild, so I'm so used to it having haste that I had to check. Okay, so what do I drop here? If I drop this, I can then have it fight Underelm Lich, but it just taps it down and they make it indestructible, presumably. I then get to punch for 5, they have to pay 4, that's 9 damage, but doing that then leaves Vivian open. So I think we just drop the Feasting Troll King. It gets that additional counter, it makes the food. I don't have any humans for Kogla yet. Kogla does also fight, so... Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Faber Elder really ought to go. Not got Death Touch. Nope. Okay. Alright, I'm going to get a really heavy punch in here, I feel. Not sure whether I should play Kogla, though, because I think it's could be leading to Shadow Spear, you say. Exile. That Shadow Spear is looking a lot worse now. I can still do 12 damage to them if they want to keep the Underrealm Lich, though. And yeah, because they've exiled the Feasting Troll King, Giant Opportunity seems to play here. Yeah, they're really thinking about this. Yeah. Okay, they're going to blow up the Shadow Spear. Still keeping 2 mana open. 2 mana could have the card that... Yeah. Actually, no, they've got more mana than that. They've got 5 mana because they've got Faber Elder. So I think they've got removal up. Yeah, Murderous Rider. That's fine. Because they used it on that rather than when I used Vivian to plus this. I'll take the swing. It kills one of the things. And again, I guess they get more back with Nethroi that way, so... maybe not the best play. Okay, that gets back 3 or less, so Incubation, Druid. Yeah, and they make a counter swing because they're not blocking with that, and it's got Vigilance. Okay, Mothra is as good as dead.
Civilization has crept too far. Tear it down. My aim and their claws, you're done.
Right, now if they really want to, they can kill Vivian. But it is going to be a costly swing for them. If not, then I start to get putting counters on things. Yep, they really want to kill Vivian. They don't really want to kill Vivian. Or they're considering throwing back, which is a possibility. That's fine. That's the entire reason I played Goose. Although, no, that was a mistake. I should have killed the Necropanther, because mutating onto that, they can bring that back, and also all the extra stuff. Because that's how Mutate works. Mistakes were made. Have a... Oh, that's fine, I guess. I mean, it's a... Yeah. My logic still stands. I tagged the wrong thing because of that. So that was a misplay on my part. Come on, land. Problem is, it then gets rid of the Night of Autumn. These, I don't care about Night of Autumn with these. I do need a human. Now that's a human. And now they do have some more board pressure. Adventurous Impulse isn't quite what I need. But then again, maybe it is. This one. Yeah, those are misplays here as well. But it does get rid of that.
We're fit enough to survive.
Vivian's not lasting this turn. There's Nethroi. It's +1/+1 for each. Oh, right, of course, because of the... Oh, that... I can't even fight that. But now they can't kill Vivian. Yeah, they get back Mothra. They get back opponent with Acolyte of Affliction. Earthsworn has to attack. Okay, my turn. Right, I can kill Mothra at least. Both counters on there, and then I can block and sacrifice food with Wicked Wolf to trade into the their commander. This deck's actually holding up better than I was anticipating. I was expecting it to just get completely trounced, but it's done alright so far. Like, it could be doing significantly better. Now, do they dedicate any more to the attack? Because their mindset, with the amount of mana they've got, that's... oh, no, a few mutations. 7 mana, so 3, 6, 7. They are 1 mana short. If that's a land, they're attacking with everything, so they want Vivian dead. So we pass the blockers. That blocks that. As per my plan. So there is no way that I can keep her alive. So we'll take out those, because that way they've got to pay for life. That's got to attack each turn, so once that's gone, that keeps... So let's do it like this. Full control, because I want to make sure... I'm never trust the client completely in these situations. They could have other buffs and whatnot in hand. Yeah, I'd expect them to do that. And then I do this. But I'll say that Vivian served its purpose there. It dealt with a lot of threats. And the backswing is pretty rough. And that's the human I need. We get to blow up their signet. Let's bring this back. Okay, just blocking like so. Alright. Alright. So it would be 4... Okay, I've not got the mana to play. That's fine. We'll just pass like so. Yeah, they're digging for something to try and answer this board state. Probably a board wipe. Which I'm fine with, because I've got protection for Kogla, I've got protection for Wicked Wolf. They got a land so that they can play their commander. Makes sense, and they can now give it indestructible. And that has lifelink. So that does make things harder now. Especially since the lifelink is greater than their life total. However, if I can get removal... which I think I'm somewhat lacking in. What I need now is something to give trample, really. But yeah, they get so much value from this. Okay, well, in response, sacrifice that. Plague Crafter is awkward though. I think I have to sacrifice my giant token. Oh shit, Mothra. Mothra's back, and this is why Kogla had to kill Mothra. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Right. I need all of these pieces to keep the indestructible combo going, and I've left it too late, so if I sacrifice Kogla I can't bounce Curious Pair now. I think that's gonna do it for them. I think Curious Pair was actually the thing to sacrifice. And they gain life from the Night of Autumn returning, yep. They get their counter-attack. Yep. I don't think anything I've got can win now. Mono Green doesn't exactly do board wipes quite this wide. Removal from Mothra. I removed Mothra twice, but yeah. I don't have anything with reach. Oh, and they've also got Fiend Artisan. So yeah, they get to swing with everything here. Let's see. So, 9... A lot. And I can't block anything with flying, and anything I block that dies comes back. Thanks to Mothra. So... yeah. Yeah, that dig into the land with Doom Whisperer definitely paid off on their front. Just because that ability being able to be done a second time. I'm going to just do that now. I'm still probably dead. Can Polokranos fight at instant speed? Okay, I'm pretty sure that Kogla... No, it doesn't, because the first bit's required. Okay. Yeah, the wording on returning things to hand has been changed over the years, because usually, or, well, ages ago, anyway, I'll just... out of this. It's there's no point waiting for them to figure out exactly what they're attacking with. It's this game at that point. I can't replay my commander unless I draw a land. If I draw a land, I've not got anything going for me except killing one of the cards they got. They got the board set up pretty solidly there. But yeah, the way that returning things to hand to give things effects has changed relatively over the years, since initially it was normally part of the cost, but then they realised that returning things to hand as a cost means that it can't be reacted to, and that's pretty broken. So, but at the same time, with that being in two parts of the effect, it might have given the indestructible, but had to require a human target to return it to hand. So, yeah, I trust the engine, but yeah, it was a close setup there. But regardless, let's go into game 3. Nethroy again. It's the same person, I can't tell. Okay, well, there's a human. That's mana ramp, and that's removal. I do need another land, though, and I would like some cheaper mana ramp as well, ideally. That's good recursion later. I mean, I guess in an emergency I've still got the ability to... Because, yeah, I don't want to play that turn 3. Drop the Pelt Collector. Okay. Yep, nothing there. I don't want to waste this migration path too soon, because if I get one land, then I get to get 2 more lands. Is that on that creature? Right. Well, it grows the Pelt Collector. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to attack with a Petitioner. Oh well. I don't think they're going to trade into it with the Essence Symbiote. Essence Symbiote provides them continual value. Okay, they have. That's fine. I guess they can get it back with their commander, is their hope. They've just brought out their commander. Oh, they can mutate onto it. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just pass it. Yeah, missing this one land is really hurting now. Okay, that's a Shadow Spear. That's a problem. Kogla can kill it, but... Okay, you're sticking on that. Do you have their own buff removal? Nope. Okay. Do gain a lot of life there, but at the same time, I've now got a counter on Hornblash Mentor, so I can start pumping counters on that. I've got some food with Giant Opportunity. I really need that one land. Turn a human and a non-human. Okay. Ah, this hurts. So that gives trample and +1/+1. Sorcery speed. I think holding on to this migration path as long as I have has been a mistake. But at the same time, I really wasn't expecting to not draw any lands. It started with 3. We are 15 cards through the deck. They get back their Eidolon, or their Symbiote. Oh no, wait, they get back everything. Yeah, it's pretty good. There's no point blocking that now since it'll just do... I'll take 5 from that anyway. I'm on the ropes. Pretty hard. I think I'm forced to block here. Yeah, that's... I want to see if I get a land. That's not a land. Five of that damage is unblockable, so I might as well just take the full 6. And then I block 2 of these, I take 2. I'm dead. There's nothing I could do. That's unfortunate. But I got a set mastery orb. So that was King Kogla. It did better than I was anticipating, with one of those games actually being won, one of those games being really close to being won, and potentially with a few different plays could have worked out. And the third game being a non-game from being mana screwed. I didn't think the land base was that bad. I think it's 23. Yeah, 23. Plus, my logic was I had the Adventurous Impulse and the Once Upon a Time to make up for that. Although, didn't see either of those. So, I do think that there's room for improvement. You could make a better Kogla deck, but the issue is, once again, Kogla requires humans in it in order to make it worthwhile. So I do feel it's better off in another deck that has more colours, that gives you better access to humans, that then lets you have Kogla in it as an additional card. Being able to destroy artifacts and enchantments on attack is good. Being able to fight on entry is good. But yeah, it's a little hard to build around in standard with a single colour to work with. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.